Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again today. We got a very special guest today. James, I want to welcome you to the Sunshine Shoulders community.
Hey everybody, it's nice to meet you. I'm James. Been watching a watcher for years, watching the channel for years. It's good to finally be on the show.
Well, thank you for your time, man. I named this video the biggest risk you can take in the Philippines because I think starting a business as a foreigner is a great risk, but certainly when you're starting a restaurant business. What type of restaurant do you have?
So I have a takeout and a to-go restaurant. It's a Pinoy American fusion. We do a mixture of food between American food and Filipino food. I have pizza on my side. My girlfriend runs the cafe, and she does chicken adobo, chicken and rice, just small dishes, comfort food that you would just be able to come in, eat lunch, eat dinner, and be on your way.
How long you been coming to the Philippines?
So I started in January. Me and my girlfriend met in December. I was turning 40, and a Filipino young lady at work, she said, "Hey, you getting look? It's time you start thinking about getting married." And she said, "You ever tried dating a Filipino girl?" And I said, "No, I haven't." So I met one, and it really worked out. So we ended up getting together, and I moved out here after we met in January.
So you met, so y'all started chatting in December and you moved
Yep,
out here in January.
I know. We started dating a little bit late November, December. I came to visit in January. The trip was already planned in January.
Hmm.
So she had told me, she said, meet two or three girls, see who you really like. Me and my girlfriend now, we really meshed. So when I came in January, we kicked it off so well. It was just me and her, me and her. And when I came back to the States, it was pretty obvious. I wanted this lifestyle. I wanted to be over here.
So how long you been here now?
It's been some I came back in March. So altogether this trip is probably like end up being 5 months, all that together.
Okay, so you've been here since March. That's what, 4 months?
Yeah. Yep.
Now, so you plan on staying for good? Or are you going back and forth?
We said 5 years. I want to start a family here and I want to go back to the States. It's a long process to get back to the States. So we said, let's do it here first. Let me learn the Filipino side and then we'll go to the States. So that's, so far that's the plan.
Yeah. Why do you think that these relationships? Because I really want to talk about your business, but since you're on
No,
relationship,
both. We can
why
do both.
why you
Definitely.
think that? Yeah, why do you think they start out so quick? Because it looks to me like your relationship started out like all the man over here, like a
Yeah.
rocket ship. And
Yeah.
now she's the first Filipina that you've ever dated.
Well, I dated a couple, mainly online, and her was the first to really it. Everything made sense. There was no gimmicks to it. I met one and everything was great, and then she turned out she had a couple children she didn't tell me about. Then I met another one, and it's like, you know, I would meet a couple online, but she was the real deal. When I met her parents, I met her brother, her family. It was like, okay, this is good. She comes from a
Now
good, solid family. Go ahead.
you're young, James. How old are you?
I just turned 40.
So how are you able to retire?
I'm not retired. That's all I got business. So I'm an Army veteran. So I have I'm partially disabled. I got a rating, so I get a monthly income, and that's why I started the business because I said we had to figure out income, and I could have just tried to work online, or I could try to find a little side gig, or just saved up. Cost of living here is very affordable. Off of what I had in the bank account, we could live for a year easily. But I said, we start coming up with ideas and our food. Like I said, we connected so much over food. I said, let's start some type of food trailer. And then At our complex, they had a commercial space available, and it ended up where we just meshed the ideas and we got that commercial space.
Yeah, man, that's crazy though. That's why I'm
Yeah,
like, man, what makes you think that you can succeed in the food business in the Philippines? Because on every corner, if it's
yes,
not a Jollibee or
yes.
something, there's a mom and pop carinderia. What makes you think you can, you know, get through all of that, man, and get to the other side?
Yeah. So a couple points that you brought up. One is like among those people that you name, one of them is Starbucks. No one would ever tell Starbucks, "Hey, can you compete? Can you do what you do?" No, they know what they're doing. They get out there and do it. So just because something is hard or difficult or a challenge doesn't mean that I couldn't do it. That's not a reason for me to not do it. Again, I'm an Army veteran. I've been in 2 wars. I've had challenges in my life, and I've been in food service for years as well. So being a challenge is one thing, but can I accomplish it? I had the faith to do it, and I mean, we have struggles. We definitely have struggles, but we have a customer base, and we have really good food. So I just need to get that food in your mouth, and we're good to go. Like I said, we have a customer base here on the campus, and we're trying to build up this month. If we can build up, we'll be doing really, really well. We have a good
Now, where are
basis, but
you where are you located?
so we're in Quezon City. We're in Quezon City. We're in the Centuries property, and we are in Commonwealth residencies. So there are a lot of Airbnbs here, and you can buy a apartment here. So people come and go all the time. Me, as a matter of fact, me and my girlfriend, we actually stayed here Airbnb in January.
Yeah, so let me ask you something. How
Go ahead.
can my viewers and subscribers find you?
hmm So
How can Yeah.
you can do Grab. We're on Everlasting Food Service, Everlasting Cafe and Pizza. We're on Panda, Everlasting Food Services. You can come out here and stay at the Century's property for Airbnb. They have a pool. It's a really nice facility. They have pool, gym, everything you can kind of want to do. They have a mall next door, live music. Everything's going on over here. So you can come here, stay here, play here. We'll deliver to your door, bed and breakfast, or pizza date night. It's your choice.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Because I'm gonna put your link. You got what, a TikTok and also a YouTube
Yep, yep.
channel. I guess that's all talking about your restaurant. Is that right? Or what else does
Yeah,
it talk about?
we make handmade dough. We make handmade dough, handmade biscuits. All through my experiences working in different industries, so I put it to use. I made a lot of people a lot of money, so now I'm just putting it to use. And we have some good down home recipes, and you'll see. As soon as you taste our food, you'll see. We have like I said, we have waffles. We have a bacon, egg, and cheese waffle sandwich. We have a bacon, egg, and cheese homemade biscuit. We got deep dish.
Wow.
I brought Michigan style over here, so I brought deep dish pizza. Nobody had ever heard of it. Cheese bread. I sent you some pictures, so you kind of see some of the stuff.
Yeah, now you might be onto something with that pizza because man, if you got a good pizza,
hmm
that's all you're gonna need for the
Right,
Western clientele, certainly Americans, because
right.
it's hit and miss. It's hit and miss over here
It's the cheese. The
as
cheese
far
is
as the
very difficult to get a hold of. That good cheese that everybody's used to. But we have a couple little tricks up our sleeve, spices and herbs, as they would say. A couple little
yeah. Now,
mixes.
what did your family think about you coming over here? Because you just all of a sudden just decided, hey, I'm going to the Philippines. I'm leaving everything behind. I'm moving there. I'm going to start a business. Did you get any
Yeah.
pushback? Did you get any pushback?
I think it's the same as when I joined the army when I got out of high school. Back then, Iraq was a big thing, and it's like, oh, here comes James. Like I told you, my mom used to call me fearless. Now it's just reckless, but it's just it's all about your life goals. Like if I really wanted a family, that was one of the biggest accomplishments I ever wanted in my life, just start a family. And I'm just turned 40, so I've done for my sisters and brothers. I've babysat, changed diapers for my nieces and nephews. I've done for everybody else's family. So it's just my time. Luckily, I've done good things for good people. Where if you have something to say, that's okay. But I don't owe anything. I owe you, and I've done well for you. So it's my turn. It's okay for me to take this time for me.
Okay. Now you said this was your when you came over in January. It was your first time ever coming to the Philippines.
Yeah,
So yeah, because this the Philippines, it chews men up and spits them out. But
I can see that.
you seem like you got the right attitude, and you don't seem like you're over the top. Because a lot of guys, if it, especially young guys like you, they want all the shiny stuff, and so they'll talk about the Philippine infrastructure. You owning a business, how is the infrastructure been for you? Has that been a blessing or a curse?
Well, the two things you kind of mentioned, that consumerism, I didn't want to play a part in that. I didn't want to come over here and just play. I came from Florida. I worked in Florida. That's a big playtime where I came from, Tampa and St. Pete, and you can have tons of fun. So I was done with the play. I've done the places in life. It's people and places. I've done the places. Now it's all about the people. And as far as the infrastructure, there are issues. But the issues here are things that lead to opportunity. Like you said, we just talked about how the pizza market wasn't that big. 2 seconds ago, we were saying how hard it was to start a business here, a food business. So you put those two things together, and you have opportunity. You have a something that a business that could thrive. So the infrastructure it has some issues, but the issues are very workable. You got to meet the right people, ask the right people, and the most important thing I've learned since I've been here: do not give up. Don't take no for an answer. Beg, plead, negotiate, deal make. Do what you have to do to get things done.
What about the language barrier? So you basically putting your girlfriend out front because do you speak Tagalog?
She does the communication. She does the communication with our workers, our employees. She does the communication with the most of the customers. I'm pretty good.
Now
I got
does she have a business background?
a little bit, but I've learned now after dealing with this business, I've taught her a lot of things and continue to teach her a lot of things. And she's gonna be great. By the time she reaches 40, she's gonna be unstoppable. But she
Yeah,
gets to see
how
a lot. Go ahead.
yeah, how old is she?
27.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Now, have you been married before?
Oh, no marriage, no kids. Just a lot of work and moving different places throughout my life. I've lived in different states, had a good times in these places, but now this is the settle down part.
Now, how is business right now? Is it pretty steady or
It's steady. I'm looking at the books. We're in a good range, but we need to double this month. We need to, for goals wise, we need to double what we got. So we have to work on our online sales, and we have to. That's why I'm doing this interview. Part of it is just get the message out there so people can check us out. So we got to do online sales, and we got to do a little bit of show and tell. People need to see our cheese stuffed crust pizza. They need to see our homemade biscuit sandwiches. They need to kind of see it so they can understand it's something different. Because when I introduced cheesy bread to this area, I got people coming back from morning to night, coming back. Like, I gotta get some more of that cheese bread. Like, they never had it.
have you thought about making a pizza and cutting it up in little pieces and standing out on the street and let your girlfriend hand it out?
Yeah, we have sales girls. They'll be doing it this week. Sometime this month too. We'll be doing that. Every time we do pass out of food, it works out. But let me tell you something, Calvin. This is important. Restaurant, because we talk about how dangerous restaurant. They're money pits. There's always some type of marketing. There's always something to spend money on. I had to learn. It's like, man, I can spend money on blenders. I can spend money on media. I can spend money on so many things. So a part of not just the media blitz or doing the pass out handouts, you have to have your customer base. You have to make money while you're doing that. So you always have to watch the ins and the outs. So yeah, we're doing more things this month. But the most important thing is getting good food, customer base, and then a media blitz. So now, because I told you we had another YouTuber come out and we wowed him. His phone crashed and he lost all his footage. But I'm kind of glad that happened now because I don't think we were ready for that type of rush. We wouldn't have been ready. Now we are. So it's pretty cool. Like I said, we have the food. Now it's time to do the media blitz because now we got something to show. We can show off now.
Yeah, I'm going to ask all of my viewers and subscribers who are in the Metro Manila to give this young man a try. I mean,
I
you go to
appreciate
all these other restaurants because we spend a lot of money over here on food,
it. Yeah.
and at least try him one time. I mean, I don't get paid for this. I'm trying to help him. I know that I'm going to get help from the other end somewhere, because when you help other people, you help yourself. But I believe that you deserve at least one visit over there to check out his chicken and waffles, his pizza, chicken adobo. What's your
Yeah.
big seller right now, James?
Chicken and waffles. I bet you the chicken. Yeah. So they don't go together, but maybe we might do a combo one day. But so the waffles sell very well and they have a good profit margin. The chicken and rice doesn't have a good profit margin, but it's very popular. I mean, everybody eats chicken and rice here every day. So chicken and rice sells for lunch all the time. And my pizza sell. Pizzas have really good profit margins as well. But so yeah, my pizzas, waffles, and we have a cafe as well. My girlfriend makes some really good slamming drinks. But yeah, definitely try those waffles, try our pizza, and I mean you'll see. Everybody will see it. We make good food, and it's homely. Those homely tastes that you miss. We have really good
Yeah,
breakfast.
the Everlasting Cafe. Now, one thing about pizza here, the dough, it's not crunchy, it's soft.
Yeah,
What's your dough?
I can
Is it crunchy? Is it
I
toasty? I
can
mean,
I can do crunchy dough. I need to get some more baking powder. I can't find baking powder right now, but I can do crunchy. And I like crunchy, but my audience didn't. My customers didn't. They wanted it softer, so I had to kind
yeah,
of make it a little softer.
if you deal with Americans,
Yeah, I
they're
can
gonna
easily do
want they're gonna want the crunchy. You know
it.
what I'm
Easily,
saying? Just the regular
easily.
pizza. 'Cause when I left, when I came back to the Philippines, I fly out of Chicago. I'm not from Chicago. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, and
Mhm.
a friend of mine, Eric Sadler, shout out to Eric. He took me to Uno Pizzeria, man, and that sausage pizza. It was the best pizza that I had in a long time. And I had just had a meet and greet a couple of weeks prior at the Geno's Eats Pizzeria down on Superior, you know, around the Magnificent Mile. And that was supposed to have been all that. But this was a perfect pizza. It
Yeah,
had the crunch. When you bit into it, the meat
I
and the
know.
cheese and everything went together.
I know exactly what you're saying. It's just you have those diverse taste buds here, so you kind of appease to your different audiences. That's why we're doing a Airbnb. They have a new thing on Airbnb. It's called service. So we're going to be trying to offer an Airbnb service where you come in and you experience our whole store where we can do a deep dish pizza, stuffed crust pizza, and you can try us out. It's only going to be like I think 1,000 pesos. So it should be like 20 American bucks. So
What's your
we're gonna
hours?
try. Go ahead.
What are your hours of
Right
operation?
now, right now we're doing 9 to 8, 9 to 9 on the weekends, 9 to 9. But we're gonna once we start with our online services, we just got grabbed. So once we push this, we're gonna try to get to 24 hours. So I want it where we can do some stuff we have a 24-hour menu where we can do stuff in the room, in our apartment, and stuff at the store. So that way people, because everybody's out late at night on weekends and hanging out. So we want to be able to serve people throughout the whole day. But as of right now, we're doing nines. We're probably 9 to 9, and we'll probably extend it to 9 to 12. And eventually, hopefully, like I said, we'll be 24 hours where we can get you something late at night when you come home.
Yeah, I'm gonna certainly stop by when we're up that way because I'm going to have a meet and greet sometime this year in Subic Bay. But
Okay.
I'm going to interview you again in 6 months, and
Oh,
hopefully your business is booming because you've taken on a lot, man. You come over here, you're in a new country, you're in a new relationship, you start
yeah,
a business,
yeah.
man. You boy, I tell you what, man, you like a Renaissance man. And then you're in the Philippines, so
It's all about character. If my character's good and I'm a believer, it's there. As long as that foundation is there, it's there. Like I said, we do have good intentions on what we're doing. We want to start a family. We want to employ all my employees were unemployed. We want to get people work. We want to do good things. That's our goal.
now I'm not even going to ask you this question.
No, hey,
I guess it's
yeah,
all. No, I guess it's all in your. What visa? I mean, you're on a tourist visa, right? Or you on a
yeah.
special visa?
No. I can
So
change
I
to.
guess you.
I got the card. I can change to the other visa. I was talking to a guy. He was teaching me about the other visas. I might change to something else, but I need to go back to the states and get a couple things and do a couple things and then come back. So I might switch over.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm saying you got the business in your girlfriend's name, obviously.
Yeah, she has the business. I have the equipment. I'm the owner of the equipment, and then the lease is in both our names. The lease for the commercial
Right, but
space is
what
in
I'm
both.
saying, I know the lease is, but what I'm saying is, you can't operate a business over here on a
No,
tourist
she.
visa. I'm not trying to
Yeah,
call you out.
no,
I just
no,
want you to know that because it seems like you just got over here. Maybe you don't know that.
no. She is the owner of the business. All we have all our permits, everything. She owns the business.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
I if you go to once you go to our website, you'll see I've trained our pizza dough guy. I've trained everybody. Now I am able, since you brought that up, I am able to train people. So I've trained my
Okay.
girlfriend.
Good.
I've trained my pizza guy. Go ahead.
No,
I said
I don't want you to get in any trouble.
no.
I
Again,
want you to succeed. But
thank you.
by you hiring people, and depending on what your investment is, you could get a special visa. You could get an
Right.
investor's visa, or something like that. Out once y'all get married, then you could get the 13A visa, and
Yeah.
then you can own a business and all
Yeah.
of that. But on a
That's to get
tourist visa, you walk in a very thin line. So, make sure that, hopefully you're in the background too, because uh, you know how it is over here. Um,
yeah.
for
Yeah.
foreigners to own a business, it's very competitive anyway. So, Filipinos, they patronize each other. They already think you're rich, James. They already think you're rich. So if they
No.
see you all out in front and everything like that, they're probably gonna think, well, I'm not even gonna patronize him. I'm gonna
Yeah.
patronize the guy across the street. You know, I've been over here a long time, man. Over 16 years.
I don't know if I would
It's
say
it's
that.
probably
I would
yeah. Go
say
ahead.
they are weary when they see me. But again, you see my girlfriend's face over everything. If you go on the website, you'll see female owned, female empowered, family empowered. I mean, yeah, I definitely
Yeah,
see that. I definitely see how I see people who walk and see me as like, what's going on with this guy? No, I understand that. I really appreciate that point too, Cal.
yeah. You may want to, like I said, you training the people, but I would stay in the background, man, and I'd be the manager. Hell, because I'm telling you, man, they already think you got money, and they're gonna like, oh, what's this guy doing coming over here, open up a business, and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
We're not gonna patronize him. So if you just make it look like us, your girlfriend's business, okay, you're probably gonna get a lot more business. Now you're gonna get business just from you doing this interview because my viewers, they're gonna give you a chance. I'm
good,
sending them over there now. I want y'all to go over there and give this man some business. I'm serious. Uh, because you can never have enough food choices. certainly as an American over here.
Yeah,
You know, you got me wanting a pizza right now, but hell, I really can't get one right now. I mean, not here. I mean, it's not gonna be anything I'm used to. You see what I'm saying?
that's true. But I'm telling you, come hang out with us. We
We
got something
are.
that's gonna hit your taste buds. We got something for you. Something on our menu is gonna hit you. I want you to feel like you're back in the States.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do when I come there. I'm gonna review your food.
Okay. That is the best part.
But thanks, James, for your time. Anything else you want to tell my viewers? Anything about certainly about as a foreigner coming over, open up a business, and just anything. Promote your business. This is the time to do it. You got the last however long you take.
I would say learn the lay of the land. Learn the rules and play of the Philippines first. I just like to fight. I'm just a fighter. So I just got up here and did it. And if I would knew what I knew now, it probably would have stopped me. But if you do want to come over here, we're gonna do a dinner and business class, so you can reach out to us on that end, or we can teach you how to get the permits. We can teach you all the city ordinances and all that cool stuff. But learn the lay of the land, learn the people, meet the people, learn what they like and don't like, and certain things they don't like, certain things that they do like, and that can make or break your business.
Well,
And
how long
learn
did
the
it take since you was talking about all the permits and stuff? Because they're just it's painstaking to do anything over here. How long did
months,
that take? How long did that
months.
take? Yeah.
months. And then, like I said, that's why I'm offering the class, because if you were to take our class and dinner and all that, it's just going to save you so much time, because you just wouldn't believe certain things you got to do, like the medical assessments and going to this building and that building, BIR, and this building and that building. And I'm asking my girlfriend, didn't we already do this? No, 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 no. That was the Barangay. That was this. This is that. And it was a lot of things. And plus, our complex, they have ordinances. They have rules and regulations. I couldn't just open up a store. I had to get blueprints and everything. I mean, it was just a whole lot. But again, like I said, you got to fight. You don't give up.
How
Learn
many
the lay of the
employees?
land.
How many employees do you have?
Say what?
How many employees do you have?
I think we got 5 on roll, and then we usually employ 2 to 3 every day. We might get 2, and then on the weekends we get most of the people we get. So you can see all that online.
What was the investment to start that up?
So that's the cool part about being here. There's no way I could have did this in the States. And you would end up doing a food business, like a food trailer. You need about 10,000 here to do what I'm doing. I would tell a person to have 30,000 ready and 10,000 as a backup, just because you would be comfortable. But
Yeah.
again, another cool part is my lease. They didn't do credit. They did advances and deposits. So I have money just sitting there, I guess kind of escrowish. So I have money just sitting there waiting on me just to fulfill my leases. That's a backup plan on the backup plan.
Yeah. So is the rent pretty high in Quezon City?
My rent's pretty high compared to everything else.
Is it more than your condo? We've lost him. But yeah, everybody, give James a holler, man. He's up and coming businessman. Who knows? We might be what he needs to get over the hump because it's that first year, really the first 6 months over here. It's going to keep him going. But take care, everybody. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see y'all next time. Don't do anything stupid. When you see a young man like this, he's ambitious. He's got a dream. Patronize him, man. Give him a chance. Okay? Take care, everybody.